Hello and welcome to Eat Your Backyard, my YouTube channel, where I talk about all kinds of things that I'm into, like tropical gardening, landscaping, edible plants and trees in your backyard to help you make your own fruit jungle. Now, this is the first evening Eat Your Backyard live stream. I decided to set up some new lights that I purchased recently and give it a go. And tonight we're going to talk about, although you see bananas, what we're really going to talk about are dragon fruit and how to grow your own dragon fruit. So let's get right to it. I think I'll adjust the light a little bit before. Okay, that's better. Let's see if we have anybody online. Okay. So, some things I want to tell you about the starfruit tree before we get too far into it is that there are a few different types, and some people refer to it as the pitaya, depends on how you want to pronounce it. They also call it the Hylocereus, which is pretty easy to remember. Hylocereus. And it comes in three types. The Hylocereus undatus, which is the pink-skinned and white flesh variety. The Hylocereus costarricensis, and that is the red-skinned with the red flesh. I like the look of that one the most. The Hylocereus megalanthus, and that one is the one with the yellow skin and the white flesh. So depending on what you can get your hands on, you may have any one of those. Typically, you may not know what you have for years after you get it. If you get it from a cutting, the people you get it from may not even know what variety it is. So, depending. Now, I have a dragon fruit tree which I grew in my front yard for many years, and growing fruit in your front yard is already somewhat of a risky business, and the reason is because anybody can just come along and grab it. Well, somebody did come along and grab it. I had a bunch, and well, I don't have any more. They just grabbed it right before it was ripe. I waited just a little too long to harvest it, but I did discover exactly what type of dragon fruit it was. It's a yellow. It was with yellow skin. So now I know, and that's one of the most prized varieties I had come to find out. I got it years ago. Now, if my yard is really a fruit jungle, I should be able to produce fruit every live stream I do. So today I just picked a lemon because, well, I felt like I wanted some lemonade, and it's so easy to make lemonade. Simply cut a lemon and make the aid. You just squeeze it out and you'll get a few seeds in there. Now you can go picking around for seeds if that's your thing, but for me, I'm just gonna have at it and they usually fall to the bottom is the interesting thing about making quick lemonade this way. I don't even stir it, just go straight in. Quite good. Okay, so I'll show you some cuttings that I collected earlier. Hey, James. Yeah, you like the yellow dragon fruit? That one is super popular, and in fact, I've seen that at the local grocery store, and it was pretty expensive, too. Okay, so I took some cuttings from the dragon fruit tree out front, and I thought this was a pretty good example of what I wanted to show. I think I'll go ahead and make this screen a little bigger again. Okay. If you can see, try to stop it from shaking, the roots on the end. And you can see it almost has a woodiness to the end of the cutting. And you see where I trimmed it there was right in the woodiest part. Each one of these sections is connected with that woody growth in between, and that's a great place to take the cutting. You can see they have little thorns along them, but they're not significant. That you can definitely get poked or scraped by them, but they're not really that bad. But I like this one. I'm going to plant this one in its current size all the way on the side of my house next to a fence. I'm going to plant a whole bunch of them, but that's why I harvested this one as 3 lengths. It has that root already started on it, and it's in pretty good shape. You can see it got whacked by the, the hands of time. Now, here's another one that I grabbed, and this is the one I'm going to illustrate how I plant and grow these. And one key thing to growing starfruit, sorry, I've got mosquitoes attacking me. One clear way to grow this is just to get a very short cutting and grow them in multiple pots. And what I mean is some will fruit more than others, so it's good, I think, to increase your chances to have a fruiting one. Now, all I'm doing is just basically digging away in this soil and planting it about that deep, maybe 2 or 3 inches deep. And that's about it. And this thing I'm going to put it on the grow table. This dragon fruit plant will grow. I'm certain of it. Now, in addition, I have multiple other cuttings that I grabbed, but I grabbed a really big one. You can see it gets pretty big. I'm going to plant this one as well on the side of my house, along with that other one, again with that same idea that I'll have multiple chances to ultimately get fruit. Now, one other thing I want to show is this, and that's a thornless pad cactus. And this is another very easy one to grow. I just grabbed a quick cutting off the side of one of my tree-formed versions of it. The opilio cactus is what these are called. And you can see one of the great things is no thorns. But the same thing will occur with this. Near 100% certainty it would grow, and simply plant it about, here's the bottom, maybe about 3 or 4 inches deep, and you're good to go. So that's another excellent cactus to grow from cuttings. Now, you can grow just about any column-like cactus like that where you get the cutting, but some it's advised to let the cutting sit for a short amount of time. A few days at least, to callus up the cut area of the cactus. It'd be kind of moist where you cut it, callus it up, and then plant it. That seems to help. It's a good thing about cactus cuttings is that they will stay in good condition for a fairly long amount of time. Yeah, your dragon fruit cactus, really long, but only a ½ inch wide. Yeah, that's the thing. They get really snaky. And I had one that started to grow, and it shot out from the side of the clump where I have a bunch of these growing out front. And I almost thought about cutting that one, but since that one's going so straight and so far, I think I'm going to use it to tie it back up to the sea grape that I've been growing as a natural trellis for the dragon fruit, which has worked out pretty well. I just got to pick them before, the next time they're good to go and get stolen again. I could put the game cam on the dragon fruit and solve the caper. Yeah. So this is a good addition. This also gives me a good goal, which is to get a couple more varieties. I need to go get those other 2. Certainly, there's a lot more to love about these. They say the seeds grow very well, very easily in compost or whatever. I believe it. And they're farmed commercially, which is interesting, and they plant them very, very densely when they do that. And some of the actually pitaya are somewhat more thorny than this variety, which doesn't appeal to me much. They grow it all over the place. It's crazy when you look at the spread of where this thing is grown, and it's native to regions including Mexico, Guatemala, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, El Salvador, and South America. The dragon fruit is cultivated in Southeast Asia, Southern California, Florida. I just cultivated some. There you go. The Caribbean, Australia, and all over the world. So that's pretty impressive for a spread for a fruit, and I think because it's a hardy cactus is really the primary reason. I might just go ahead and start, since I know that they grow well from seeds now, I might just go ahead and grab some fruit from the store, pay whatever it is, and harvest the seeds, make some videos of growing those from seeds, because I think they do grow quite well from seeds. And if you're getting the ones from the grocery store, after all, you're getting the one you like, hopefully, so that the fruit will likely taste like that. Now that's how I got my gigantic Hawaiian papayas, which are now prolific growers in my backyard, as I simply bought a papaya at the grocery store and planted the seeds. Really, that's the whole story. Yeah, it's kind of cool being out here in the evening doing the live stream this time of the night. I was wondering how the light would work out. I'd say it's adequate, but definitely attracts the bugs. Okay, well now you know how to grow your own dragon fruit. Really pretty easy. Stick it in the ground, water it. I'm not actually even going to water it because we've got a tropical storm that's going to swing back in from the Gulf, and I think it'll water this stuff for me. And after all, it's a cactus, so it doesn't need to be urgently watered like so many cuttings would. All right, I hope you have a great night out there. Keep it positive, keep it real. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. If you want to support the channel, anytime you were going to go to Amazon to buy something, just go ahead and click on one of the Amazon links in the description of any of my videos, and that'll help the channel without costing you anything extra. If you want seeds or cuttings or that kind of stuff, I provide some links down there as well in the description. Thanks for watching Eat Your Backyard. Have a great night. Signing off.